I'm leaving for a destination I still don't know. Somewhere nobody must have duties at all. And if you like this, you can follow me. So let's go. Follow me. And let's go to the place where we belong and leave our troubles at home. Come with me. We can go to a paradise of love and joy, a destination unknown, no, 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 destination unknown. The crowd, the air is clear, ocean's blue, I love that sound. We're happy for this destination we found. And if you want this, you can follow me. Let's go, follow me. And let's go to the place where we belong and leave our troubles at home. Come with me, we can go to a paradise of love and joy, a destination unknown, no, 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 no.
Just feels tight. Just feels tight. just feels tight.
All night, we ain't here to hurt nobody. So give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Wanna see you work your body. So give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
Boys in the party, everybody put up their hands. I get a half a mil for my feet, you get a couple grand. Never gon' see the day that I ain't got the upper hand. I'm respected from California, I ain't way down to Japan. I'm a real producer and you just a piano man. Your songs don't top the charts, I heard them, I'm not a fan. Niggas talking crazy, I'm the one that gave them their chance. Somebody need to tell them that they can't do it like I can.
You've probably heard this many times before. You have the potential to do anything you want and to become whoever you decide to become. You are capable of fulfilling all of your dreams and desires, every single one of them. You're the only one who can stop yourself from succeeding in life. Now that you have been told it is possible you can achieve whatever you want in life, do you believe that it's possible for you to create your own dream life? Not the life that you were given when you were born, but your own dream life. What's stopping you from achieving it? What's stopping you from turning your dreams into reality? A recent study reported that over 50% of Americans hate their job. Over 50% hate what they do for the majority of their time on planet Earth. They wake up in the morning knowing that they have to go to a job that they hate. This is not only happening in America, it's happening all around the world. I think, deep down, all of these people know they are capable of living a better life, capable of earning better money and doing things they enjoy if they are willing to work for it. But what stopped these people from living their dream life?
All right, guys, that's it. That's it. Scrooge's Gold Vault is open. Guys, welcome to Scrooge's Gold Vault. We are going to be breaking down a weekly, a show every single day of the week. We're going to be breaking down short swings, straddles, and spreads. Guys, we call this the blue collar edition. We really just try to focus on plays for people who might not be able to be here at the opening bell. Give them something that they might be able to play at the end of the day. The swings, the straddles, and the spreads are definitely end of the day plays, but the short swings are definitely going to be something that we're going to have to keep an eye on all day long. So for you guys who are the blue collar guys, the short swing, the shorts, short squeeze. Sorry, I keep saying the wrong word. Short squeeze section is going to be something that's not really for you guys. It just takes a lot of management, a lot of keeping your eyes on the play. And I know you guys that have to work at early in the morning and have to get up super early. You're not going to be able to do that. So just go ahead and hold tight for about the first 10 minutes of the show, and we're going to dump right into blue collar plays for you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Now the short squeezes are going to be the first thing that we do. Guys, I kind of came up with a new idea today, or a new concept, or a new approach, I should say. And I kind of love it, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. Rather than making this long, drawn out approach to finding short squeeze plays as they're happening, and then come to find out later that there's not even volume on the options, nor would it be something you would even want to play. We're going to do it just like we do the insider trades. Okay, we're going to go ahead and look ahead of time at the or as a matter of fact, anytime you guys are doing options, it could be any of the swing trades that we're going to do from the insider transactions. That's what we're going to be focusing on right now. Okay, so basically what we want to do is we want to find them as they're breaking out, right? Short squeezes as they're breaking out. But see, the shortcut that I'm going to show you guys right now is, let's go ahead and before we find them when they're breaking out, before we find anything at all, let's go ahead and let's make sure that the options have volume, right? So we go into TANH. First thing I see is there's no options. And by the way, guys, this is going to eliminate about 70% of the plays right off the bat. So, why wouldn't you want to do this? So you just go down this list of the float short plays and see if any of these are even in play before we waste our time checking them out, right? In the past, I would add them to a list. I would watch them. And then once they started showing me those indicators, I would go ahead and go look at the options then. I just feel like it's a big waste of time. Why are we watching stuff that, that we're not going to play? Okay, so now here, guys, you see that there are, in fact, options. But before we even jump in, we want to see if there's any volume on these. Remember, we're going, when we swing trade, we want about 3 weeks out. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. These are short squeeze plays. Short squeeze plays. Okay, so any option, the longer out that you are, the more protected you are from time decay, right? So, I mean, I would actually still kind of rather go to the 24 day roughly. And basically, just looking at this option chain, you're going to notice something right off the bat. This option chain is showing you that these spreads are pretty close to each other. They're not great in some situations, like here, but they're not bad. Even here, I don't love this, 20-cent spread, but it's not bad. And when we're talking about something that's in the middle of a short squeeze, what would we expect? We would expect there to be a little bit of a confusion as to what these contracts are actually worth. So a little bit of a spread is okay. I know we were really hammering down on that for the last couple of weeks, saying, look, if these plays don't have enough volume to push the buy and the ask closer to each other, we're just going to avoid it. And it's the same thing here, guys, but we can be a little generous about this, okay? We can say if it goes down 1 or 2, look, this is only a 2-cent spread. I love this. If it goes up a little bit, okay, it might open up a little bit, 4 cents, 5 cents. That's not bad at all, guys. This is a good example of a volume, a play with high volume that we would be able to profit from. So what you would do is not only go down this list and then find the plays that have good option volume that you feel like you'll be able to get in and out and make a little bit of money on. Then you're going to come over here and you're going to add it to your watch list. And this is going to make your watch list a lot shorter if you're like me and you're doing the free version of TradingView. Less is more when it comes to this watch list. We only get 30. So so definitely that'll allow us to put less on the list. So now when we're watching S Power and we get the notification, let's say, okay, where's the last high that it dumped? Was way up here. Okay, so let's use a previous high. Let's use like right in here. You see this chop zone right here? Let's use that chop zone right there. All right, and we'll say as long as it breaks out of that chop zone, we might be off to the races again. Oh, here was a double top as well. So let's say as soon as we get out of that area, we might be off to the races again. Or if we fail it, it could be put city, right? So we want to know a little bit ahead of time. Let's go ahead and put an alert right here at $3.11. So now if the price comes up to 311, we're going to get an alert. We're going to know to keep an eye on it at that point. If it fails and falls back down, we're ready for the puts. If it keeps taking off, grab some shares, okay? Overall, I'm noticing over a period of time that options remind me of a casino. Honestly, it's so similar to me to a slot machine, because you're going to win a little, you're going to lose a little. You're going to win a little, you're going to lose a little. You're going to win a little, you're going to lose a little. Over time, you're basically going to almost break even, except for there's going to be a few percent loss, each week, each month, whatever interval that you're doing it. And over time, you're going to lose because of time decay, because of gamma and delta, because of all the other things that are out there that are going to change the value of these options. So even if you're right, but you weren't right quick enough, or even if you were right, but you weren't right enough and it didn't go far enough in one direction, you're still not going to make any substantial money on these plays. Okay, so really it's going to come into entries and exits and trying to find the best position for yourself. Me personally, I've been grabbing puts on giant spikes, but as we've seen with GameStop, those giant spikes can happen after market, after post hours. So when you look at the fact that those moves are happening in times where the options markets are closed, how would you even be able to play those? You're going to start needing to think about, okay, well, if the end of the day comes and it shows strength and it looks like it's going to take off, maybe grab some shares, because 10 minutes, 20 minutes after the market closes, if you're on a 24-hour market trading system like a lot of brokers have, even Robinhood has 24-hour on a lot of tickers, you'd be able to close your positions and you'll be able to get out once you realize that you're wrong. Or if you did profit in this situation, you're not just stuck in it till the next day when it gives it all back and you don't end up making anything, which is, by the way, by design. I mean, if you can't tell, there's a reason these things pump and nobody can play them. Nobody can get in on them. Nobody can get out on them. Those option markets are closed. So those would be the biggest times for some of the biggest spikes with these short squeezes, as we seen with GameStop the other day. Look what happened. The second the pre-market started at 4 o'clock in the morning, it just took off. Now, were any of you guys up at 4 o'clock in the morning ready to trade a 24-hour market, ready to go on GameStop? Absolutely not. And that's why they do it then. That's why they do it like this. They can say algorithm all they want. I say BS. There's clearly manipulation taking place. They are clearly doing everything they can to make sure the retail trader does not make money in the market. Just like a what? What does that remind you of? A casino. Dave Portnoy put out a thing the other day. I'm not going to go on a rant right now, but Dave Portnoy put out a thing the other day talking about exactly this. When they halt and all of a sudden they come back from the halt and that option that you were trying to close for that huge gain isn't even there anymore. They adjusted all the prices and you don't even have a profit anymore. It's rigged against you. You got to know that at this point. So when you're going to buy options, if you're going to be an option buyer, you're going to get beat down a lot. And you need to be able to get through that. You need to have more, I think, emotional tolerance or resilience than most approaches in the stock market because you're going to lose a lot. The idea is when you win a little, hopefully one of those, let's say 5 to 10 wins are going to be a real big win and not only get you back to even, but keep you in the green and keep you going in the right direction, right? That's the idea. But I'll tell you what, as long as I've been doing this, all the approaches I found, it seems to me like it's a casino because I can be right and still lose. I can be right and still lose. I can be right and still lose, and it's getting old. They keep taking my money right back from me. So options are definitely a fickle beast. That being said, we're going to move right from short squeezes into the swing trades. And these swing trades actually were giving me a 70% success rate. So this might be the cheat code, but it's not something that we can do all the time. Okay. So here, it's just whenever they pop up. Now, the reason I say this might be the cheat code is because I just said 70% success rate. Okay, at a 70% success rate, you can start saying, okay, even if I'm cutting it at 30% or whatever your stop loss, whatever your take profit is, if they're the same number, then you are winning, then you are successful, then you are continuously growing your account with options, which is super hard to do. And even harder to do it is swing trading, which is what we're going to do right now. Okay, so, scalping options, a lot easier, get in, get out when you see certain momentums, but holding these things overnight and hoping to get lucky is brutal. But I got 2 amazing systems for you guys right now that I'm going to give you that are going to help you out a little bit and hopefully turn the tables for you and get you back into the green. Okay, so first thing we're going to look at, and the only thing that I'm really negative and down about, by the way, is the short squeeze plays, because those squeeze plays are just these random tickers, and a lot of the times, they just don't have, they look like they have volume because the squeeze is happening. And then a couple days later, there's no volume, and all the prices go to crap. So, the squeezes have just been brutal. I haven't found anything consistent with them, but guys, this right here is consistent. Blue collar guys, this is for you. Okay. So we go to FinViz. By the way, guys, the short squeeze, I did a masterclass. It's on YouTube in my video section. If you need to know anything about how to find them, how to make a watch list, how to actually play them, a bunch of different ways that you could try to play them, that's all in my masterclass. Go check that out as soon as we get done here, okay? So let's talk about it. Now, what we're looking for, change from open, up, performance, up, and RSI overbought, okay? Those 3 things are telling you this thing is to the moon. All right. Relative volume over 1, because volume, it's always an issue. Performance today up, and over $20 because we're not playing small caps with this. Okay. The last thing we're looking at is the insider transactions. So now, even though the RSI is overbought, even though the performance is up, even today the stock is up, the insiders are starting to reduce their positions. Okay, so that might be an indication that we're going to see a reversal sometime soon. By the way, guys, what I like to do real quick before I jump into this is I like to talk about previous days' plays. We did an insider call last week. I believe it was on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. We did an insider call, told everybody that, it was going to turn to the upside, but let everybody know to wait until it started showing some sort of strength. And during my live stream, we actually looked at it and it was still on the downtick, on the downfall. Well, right after that, it blew up, and then overnight as well. So this would be an example of a play. If you got it, awesome. If you didn't, just delete it, guys. We're always going to be able to find more. Don't have FOMO. Don't worry about it. Just when you've seen the big move happen, if you happen to miss it, you happen to miss it. We move on, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and go back to what we were doing. Sorry about that. All right, now when we have this screener, the only thing that we're going to avoid are earnings plays, and the simple reason is earnings plays might not indicate any sort of insider knowledge. It might just be profit taking. So going up this way, going sideways, and then all of a sudden it gapped up and wants to take off. Guys, this thing looks like it's not slowing down anytime soon, but we are out of the trend. And even after earnings, it kept the trend for a little while. So this would be one of those situations where with this huge gap, I would think to myself, well, what was the catalyst for this gap? And usually it's going to be some news. So you can go over here to AGIO, and we can just see, okay, well, what happened with AGIO? Why is this thing taking off as of a couple days ago? I feel like I have an account to that, but I don't want to log in right now. Let's just go to Yahoo News. There we go. AGIO. All right. Boom. So we got some news as of 4 days ago. They announced that they were, someone announced that to be presenting at the Goldman Sachs 45th Annual Global Healthcare Conference. Okay, so that's what happened about 4 days ago, and that was about when this took off. So not really a big deal. Okay, they're going to talk at a conference. Yay. Um, I mean, we can also say, hey, we got a week ago, we got a pharma deal, cancer drug. Maybe that was part of it. Let's see here. 7 days ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's what it was. Okay, so we're just going to avoid that, guys. When you see news like that, it just makes you think, listen, I don't know when it's going to come down. We're not trying to bet on that. What we're looking for is we're looking for just really easy plays, stuff you really don't have to look at that hard, okay? So once again, we're just ignoring the earnings. Unless it's been a while. If it's been a while after earnings and it's starting to make a move, I like that. At this point, I would think to, again, maybe there's some news here that would make this take off. If not, then I would say that this would be something you guys would definitely want to watch. Obviously, make sure there's options. Obviously, make sure there's volume before you even put it on your watch list, or else you guys are just spinning your wheels and wasting your time. Because the day that it finally shows you the strength and you're excited and you want to get in will be the day you find out there's no option volume. And you literally just watched it for no good reason. All right, guys. Here, okay, this would be the example of one of the plays that we're not really looking for, because it's just on a slow uptick, right? So we're looking for like a quick crash down. I would say these 3 candles has made it go from one set. Okay, that's a $10 swing in just a couple days after the dividends. Okay, guys. All right. I think this one's actually a good one. Let's look at it real quick here. CRAI. All right. Well, this right here tells me there's probably not a lot of volume, but we'll go ahead and look at it. We'll see how it looks. But when you see the option is really, or the price is really sketchy like that, that means that the stock itself doesn't have a lot of volume. How could the option have very much volume, right? So most of the time, you're going to find that those plays are just low volume plays that you're not going to be able to play. So, guys, I don't see any puts that we're going to be getting into today. Feel free to look at these filters. You can change them a little bit. Maybe take the volume off, because at this point we're going to be jumping in. We're going to be looking at the volume of each contract before we get in anyway, right? So this will give us a couple more plays to look at. VRTX, I think this was a play. Yeah, VRTX. I think I've made some money on this one in the past, shorten it back down or however that was. So this would be a play, guys. I would just wait for it to show you some kind of weakness. Let's take a look at the chart. VRTX. I hit the wrong one. Give me just a second. VRTX. All right, guys. It looks like it's just off to the races, right? So we see another Dumperooski or another ugly candle like this, and it just continues to fall, then I'd be interested in that. VTRX, let's just take a look before we even add it to our watch list and see if it's got options and see if those options have volume, right? Because if they, okay, so we do have options. We're going to go about 3.5 weeks out, and we're just going to take a look at these spreads. So, oh my goodness. I almost just threw up in my mouth. I know that you guys didn't notice that, but here, let me rinse the taste of it. No, that was absolutely gross. When you guys see this much of a difference between the bid and the ask, the buyers and the sellers do not agree at all. This is not something you guys can play. Just avoid that stuff, okay? So the insider transactions, guys, I just didn't really see much for the puts. For the calls, same thing, nothing showed up. But real quick, what we do is we just do change from open down, performance down, and RSI oversold. So that's just, down, 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 down. But those insiders are starting to add, and that'll give us our list here. So same thing with the volume. Let's go ahead and just turn that off since we're going to go ahead and, okay, this gives us a few plays to look at. Okay, so let's go look at CART, CART. Oh wait, Cart. Cart is the one that I had. Okay, so we had Cart. Cart was something I deleted today. This was something that was called out on Wednesday last week or Thursday last week, and it was a call option, I believe. It was insider transactions to the upside. Okay, so now we're seeing that same kind of insider transaction to the upside. Could it make another spike? I don't know. I would definitely keep an eye on it. I do believe this one is optionable, and I do believe the volume is okay on it. We'll go. There we go. And yeah. So this was pretty decent. This is why I had it on my watch list. So, guys, once you dial in on this, you're going to see a roughly 27% to 32% win or loss in every single contract that you jump in. So it's really and the when I said 70% wins, the losses a lot of the times I just had to wait one more day. It was the next day when they finally popped, and I just got in too early. So test this for a while, spend some time on these, and just keep going back to this, and just find yourself some plays here. And I'm telling you guys, you'll wake up to 30% in the money or 30% gain, 70% gain, over 100% gain more times than you'll think it'll happen. And you'll be like, wow, this is crazy. Because for me, options don't really work that well, especially over the last year or so. So to all of a sudden get something that seems super consistent was a little weird. And I'm going to give you guys why I think it's happening. And I think it's happening because the RSI. Because even when I had this insider information from Fintel, which is a paid website, I was not getting as much, or I wasn't, the win-loss rate was not even close. It was back to normal, like 30% wins. So the 70% wins, I think, came from this RSI right here, because this is giving you the insider transaction plus the RSI. You get two chances for that price to go ahead and turn the way that you're picking, the opposite way, right? So if your RSI is oversold, then hey, what's the chances of this thing starting to come back up? It's a lot higher. Then you have the insider transaction on top of that. So those two things act like a double-edged sword, and I feel like really give you a fight in this game. So look for something that's really beaten down, crashed down, but insiders are adding, and that might be an indication we're going to get a turnaround. All right, guys. So the very last part of this first section that we do is the straddles. Guys, by the way, I am considering just go ahead and doing a 315 show, cutting out all the short squeeze stuff. It's just starting to get really super redundant. And like I said, I haven't really found anything super successful with that yet. I don't know how we're going to do this going forward. I just feel like a lot of this stuff is repetitive, and I've given you guys the tools, and there's no reason why you guys can't be finding your own plays at this point, testing it yourself and running it yourselves, right? And because I'm doing futures right now, and I'm trying to grow my own personal futures account and get and pass my evaluation and get funded, I'm just not having the time to watch over the whole day certain stuff, especially the squeezes, the short squeezes, because that's something that they could be popping at any point. You got to keep an eye on them consistently, right? It's nice to catch a put and make a little bit of money on those, but for every one that I've won, I've lost two, and the ones that and then one of those two losses is one I should have won, and that on paper, I picked the right direction and everything. So yeah, it's starting to get a little bit so we'll figure it out moving forward how we're going to do that. Anyway, guys, straddles is something that we do on economic days, so we're going to go ahead and just take a look at that economic calendar. Okay. We also do it on the top 5 earning reports of SPY. However, we've had all 5 of these earning reports just in the last month and a half or so. So we are good on those, and we don't have to worry about that. So guys, we see that Tuesday is the day that we're on right now. As you guys know, Jolts came out today. That was a little bit of an effect on the futures market. But tomorrow at 10:30, so the market will be open. This isn't something we can play. So it looks like Thursday, guys. Thursday is going to be our day. So tomorrow night, come back. We're going to enter a straddle here live for you guys that has actually been testing really well. Let me check this out for you guys here. So we started all of our records over just a couple weeks ago. based on the fact that we're now here at Tradecaster, and everything that I did before that doesn't matter. We're going to do everything live right here for you guys, starting from scratch. So here is the new since being faster. And you guys will see that both of the straddles that we got into were profitable. Now, if you had to just open, if you were a blue collar person and you had to just close it at the bell, you were not profitable. You lost a little bit on both trades, but these were trades that essentially overnight, guys, went sideways. So that's the only way that we can lose with a straddle. So losing what 10%, 15%, not bad when you consider the wins will be 100% or more. You know what I mean? Or I would say at the least 30%, but I like to get about 70% or more on the straddles, is what I've been noticing, because we're 3 days out on these things. So if it doesn't happen that first day, we can wait. We can give it that next day to see if it's going to finally take off. And once it does, we have that contract from the day before. It's already been trickling in that direction. Now we're really close to in the money. Now we're actually making some money. Okay, so guys, come back tomorrow night for a straddle. We're going to do another one for the jobless claims and international trade in goods and services. I feel like we just did this one. International trades in goods and services we just did on 519. So very interesting. But the jobless claims, guys, I remember that one. That was one from the old list. And actually, I played this one with cash. And the jobless claims ended up being, I think, if I'm right, I think it was the best single greatest win I've ever had playing options. I woke up like about $300 from like $100 bet. I think I was about um, strikes away because I couldn't afford to get any closer. So I was in for about $50 on both sides. And after I closed it all and everything, I had about $350, man. And it felt really, really good. So these straddles are something really good. Also, I had one of the members here that's watching me live messaged me the other day and said that he did my suggestion of taking Robinhood and just adding stuff to the watch list so he could watch it the next day. And he added the call and the put that basically how we explained that we should do it. And he woke up the next day, he was like, man, I would have made so much money. I mean, he was freaking out. So these straddles can be used in different ways, but personally, if it's not a super large cap or a SPY itself, or like a really large ETF, the options volume might not be there. So playing earnings on just any company could be super dangerous and could get you stuck and not be able to close a position, or not be able to close a position that's losing or winning. So it could be either or. So guys, we're going to do a straddle live for you guys tomorrow. Swing trades, we really don't have anything that we're watching at the moment. These are just two puts that I grabbed based on squeezes. I don't even want to talk about those right now. So, and GME, it's going to be heavily manipulated, but with so much buying pressure behind it, I don't see it collapsing for a while. So getting an option right now, I don't think is a great idea on either side. The values are beat up. And I just see it treading water for a while. You'll get spikes and you'll get drops, but as far as where the price is going, 20 to 40 is where we're going to hang out. I mean, clearly based on gamma levels. So, guys, that's it for the first part of the show. Short squeezes, swings, and straddles are done. Now we're going to move on to spreads. Now, what is a spread? Spread is a version of selling options. If you have not sold options before, you are not playing today. If you have not watched my credit spread master class explaining how I play options, you're not playing today. Okay. We do this live for you guys every day to show you what the capabilities are, but it's going to be on you guys to do the external education, get knowledgeable in this stuff, and make sure you're not blowing your accounts, and make sure you're not going in the red. Make sure you're not making one little mistake and didn't see something and something little stupid little something. And next thing you know, you're in the red in a big way, because these right here can blow an account. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. So we're going to go ahead and how we do this is, you should know how we do this because you should have watched the masterclass. No, I'm just kidding. If you're here for the first time, guys, obviously at the end of this video, you guys can go check out the masterclass. So real quick, we're going to go through it. We play SPX. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these previous lines. All right. I like, for just setting up the lines, I like the 15-minute candles, because the opening range breakout, the orb strategy, is two of the lines that I like to put in. So pre-market levels work really good, but unfortunately with SPX, it would just be a big pain in the butt to go to SPY, figure out where the pre-market levels were, try to guess where they were on SPX. I just don't feel like dealing with that, right? So guys, we're going to go back to the beginning of today. We're going to put a line right here and a line right here, which is going to show us our opening range. Okay, so that's going to be the opening range breakout strategy. And this shows us that ultimately throughout the rest of the day, we should be coming right back into here. The price should be making its way down back into this orb because it broke south, came back. Once it does that, it normally likes to tread water for the rest of the day. Now, we did see a lot of bullish momentum here that pushed the price up. However, I still see it coming back into this zone by the end of the day. Okay. It's just what it does most of the time. Obviously, if that momentum that carried it out towards the north continues, then that'll be a completely different story, right? So here we're going to go ahead and just put another line here where we've seen that we had a doji and where the price came down to and took back off from. All right. Also, guys, we see a little bit of a double top action here where it touched here and where it touched here and came back down. Okay. So, that gives us at least a couple lines. I would say right here could be a good line where it just came all the way up there and then had support. So honestly, this right here might be where it wants to tread water. It might just hang out in between these two teal lines, based on that huge momentum right there. This is going to be a hard candle to crack right here, up and down. It's just going to, I could see it hanging out there. Anyway, I'm being long-winded. Guys, you just want to get a few lines in here to make yourself feel like, look, here's a place where it bounced off of before. Here's a place where it bounced off of before. These are supports. These are resistances. All right. This is going to give you, rather than just having a straight up stop loss, right? This is going to give you more than that. This is going to give you other versions of stop loss. So that way, if you do hit your negative 200% or your negative 300% before the end of the day, but you're still in that range and you still haven't crossed certain lines and you still got like 3 lines in between your contract and the price, I wouldn't close. I wouldn't feel good about that, right? So, I mean, let those lines protect you. But once you blow a few of those and then you see that negative whatever, then it's time to roll. So, guys, this looks like I said, it's probably just going to hang out here. So, right now, we're in a downtrend. More recently, as of the last 2 minutes, we are also in a downtrend. So how this works is we basically just enter the opposite side and we're just gambling that the trend will continue or maybe level out or maybe rebound a little bit, but then trickle out again. The only way we're going to lose is if it just completely V's and goes the opposite direction of the way goes the direction of the way we pick pretty violently and pretty fast. Okay. So that being said, here's a big chop zone right here. I'm going to go ahead and give me one more line. I don't feel like this line is far enough from the price here. There's a good chop zone right there. I feel like if the price came up here, it could get stuck in there pretty easily, right? And then we got another double top up here. All right, guys, so I feel like I got this set up pretty well. Let's go ahead and get one more down to the south. Okay, so a few lines on each side just says, hey, look, we got protection, right? So, and it also tells us where we want to get in at right away. So if we want to sell an option today, it's been moving sideways. We can do both sides. We can do an iron condor, right? and if you have, once again, I just seen a couple more people are watching. If you have not sold options before, you are not playing today. Okay, I'm gonna do a little notepad and put it right here at the bottom of the screen so you guys don't mess this up. This is arguably the top riskiest thing you can do on the stock market. Arguably top 3, top 5. I don't know, but it's definitely could be something. So 333 to 337 is usually when we're looking for our entry because we want to see if there's going to be any more last minute crazy movement, right? I like the way it's sideways. I feel like we will be able to play today. I feel like there's going to be options at a decent price where we want them. But guys, I don't see any reason to jump in real quick right now. Okay, let's say we do. Let's say right now we entered that call. And for the next 5 minutes, 7 minutes or so, it just took off north. Well, we could already be at negative 200 and 300% before we even had a chance to play, right? And based on this sideways movement, I'm thinking it's not going to move much at all. I'm thinking the volume's pretty low at this point. Look at some of these candles, right? So hopefully, these big swings that you've seen here and here, they got it out of its system. And we're just going to tread water and hang out. Because if we tread water and hang out, it's going to make our entries really, really easy. No, sorry, it's going to make winning this strategy really, really easy, right? We won't even really have to watch it very much as far as managing our trade as, maybe having to get out or whatever. So. All right, guys, at this point, we're going to go down to a 5-minute candle. I'm surprised I did not do that already. I apologize, guys. A lot of this analysis that I just gave you was based on that 15-minute, and that's not what we're doing. So we're doing this right here. So we see that we were on an uptrend right here. We got some huge candles. We look like we're coming back down. Guys, I could seriously see this thing going up right here. Now, I know I just told you guys it wants to come back into this middle area, and it does. Trust me, it wants to. But with this little momentum here, there's really no telling. So let's hang out. We're going to sit on our hands for about 2 more minutes. From 3:37 to 3:45, we're going to be aggressively entering these trades. Aggressively looking for contracts that we want to enter. Sorry about that. I'm going to grab a water here, and then we're gonna get into it. Whew. All right. So what do we got here? All right. I mean, to us, it looks like it's gonna keep going down. We do have doji candles here. I just it's gonna be hard to tell either way. So let's just get in now, so that way we don't have to get that close. Okay. So 325 is gonna be the top where we want to be. SPX. Okay, guys, this is how we're gonna enter this bad boy. Get rid of that vertical. We're gonna go the call side, and it was 53.25. Which I don't think we're going to get a fill way up there this late, but hey, you never know. You never know till you know? All right, guys. Once again, guys, if you have not done this before, if you don't know anything about selling options as opposed to buying options, you are not playing today. This is something that can absolutely blow your entire account. I'm going to kind of just pull it down here, wait till we start seeing some money. All right, so it looks like right around here is where they want to give us a fill. You know what? Actually, that's exactly where we want to be. That's exactly where we want to be. I don't want to be here. I don't want just one line in between me and, yeah. So this is where we want to get in. Guys, we don't take nickels. Why? Well, I explained in my masterclass, but I'll tell you guys right now. It's because the negative 200 and 300% is something that you can hit way too easily if you're only in at 5 cents. So at 5 cents, you would go up to 15 or 20 cents and you're already stopped out. As opposed to a 10-cent contract, you could hold it till 30 cents or 40 cents. And then that's going to, this late in the day especially, it protects you a lot more, actually. So, all right, guys. I will come in a little bit closer. If we get closer to like 345-ish, I'll come in a little bit closer, guys. For right now, though, I'd like to see it bounce and like to kind of come up here a little bit, right? Because if it comes up just a little bit, we'll be able to get the fill. We'll be able to get the 10 cents we want here. Let's go ahead and cancel out all of that. Okay. We'll be able to get the 10 cents we want if it just comes up a little bit, right? Also, we'll know that our sideways movement is going to continue, and then we can go ahead and think about grabbing on the put side as well, which is what I'd like to do for you guys today. The first day that we did this, we got 2 wins. I think today would be a day where we could also get 2 wins. It's just going to come down to how we get in, right? So put side, I just don't want to grab it now, just in case it keeps bleeding, because then as soon as we get in, the value is going to keep going up, and we're already losing, right? And if it keeps bleeding till the end of the day, and it gets back into this zone and just keeps going, like like it seems like it wants to, then we just avoid the put side altogether. The whole idea of an iron condor and getting one on both sides gets kind of thrown out the window when you see some definite movement or some definite direction. All right, guys, we got about 6 more minutes. I'm gonna kick on some music here in the background. I will not. I'll turn it down a little bit too. There we go. So that way you guys can still hear me. And trade mix. Give me a second. I'll get this set up for you guys. Hey. All right, cool. All right, I should definitely be louder than the music. Just put you guys right there. All right. And yeah, let's just hang out for a minute. Wait till we get an entry here. Ooh, I see green. I see green. Let's do it. All right, guys, if this does keep going green, I think it's a great time to go ahead and grab the put side. When we do get it on the put side, we want to be at least under here. Let's say where are we at? 5250 would be cool. 5250. And then the buy would be the next one down, so that would be the 45, 5245. All right, and we're not gonna get that one because it's leaving us right now, right? It's taking off, so we want to get in. 45 and 40. Okay, 45 and 40. Okay, coming up again. Oh, did I go the wrong way? I think I went the wrong way. Yeah, 55 and 50. Yeah, we need to come up. Okay, nope. 60 and 55. No. Oh, okay. Here we go. 60 is good. All right, guys, this will be it right here. We're going to go ahead and enter the trade. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, we entered it wrong, guys. We entered it wrong. And this is why, look, hey, this is why I'm on a test account right here. I can just go ahead and close this. Nobody entered that like that. We screwed that up. Let's just try this again. Okay. So, vertical, this is how we're going to do it, right? We're going to sell. We were put side. And we were down here at 55. I don't remember where we were. Just give me a second. Sorry. I think we entered it wrong. It looked like we entered it wrong. So, I don't want that. Okay, 52, 55, 52, 50. All right, where are we at there? We are missing our chance on this one, guys. Here, let's see. 52, 52, 60. Is that how close we were? No, I feel like we were right here. Yeah, this is right. I don't know if we're going to get a fill now. We'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get a fill now. I was a little late on that one, guys. And what I think happened is that the buy and the sell were backwards, which is why I say you guys have to watch the masterclass, which is exactly why you guys have to watch the masterclass, because you have to know how to enter these things. And as a matter of fact, I seen it right when I clicked send. Instead of telling me that I was getting $100, it said that it was a debit spread, not a credit spread. So if you don't get the buy, if the sell isn't the one closest to the current price, and the buy is the closest one, that's actually called a debit spread, where they're going to charge you money to get in rather than pay you money. Complete opposite. It's not something you guys want to be involved in at all. All right, guys, 5260 might have to be the number now. It's moving, guys. 5260. Yep, we're in at 5260. Here we go. Put 5260, 5255. Give us our 10 cents, man. This is what we want. We want that 10 cents. I can't get any closer than that, guys. I can't. At 65, we are just too close. We'd be right in here. Now, I guess there'd be a line right here, right? All right. We're really close to 345. I promised you guys we'd be in by now. Let's go ahead and move it up one. I can't believe I screwed up that entry. We would have been in, too. All right, guys. We are good. We are entering this trade. $150. All right, so we got it right this time, right? We sold the one that's closer and we bought the one that's farther away, right? 52.60 sold. 52.55. No, I didn't do it right again. And this is, I've been doing this for a year, guys. It's just, I think it's the nervousness of everybody watching here. Let's try this one last time. Good Lord. 52.60. 52.55 would be the next one down. On the put side, gives us, we're probably not going to get it now. Well, let's get the call side while we can. Goofy, guys. We'll see what happens. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me. 50, we want to be 53.15. Silly stuff, man. I feel like I'm just off right now. 52. 53. I'd like to be 53.15, okay? 53.15. The next one up is 53.20. That's how we do these, and that's gonna not be. It's not gonna be possible, guys. All right, 345. Let's get in this trade. Let's go. We're coming down one. And we're in for 15 cents, betting that it's just gonna tread water. All right, let's see if we can get a fill, guys. Did I get it right this time? Yes, you sell the leg that is closer, you buy the leg that is one more away. So on the other side, I had to be the buy had to be under, not over. I entered two debit spreads, which I've literally never done, by the way. Okay, I'll take 10 cents. It's late in the day here. We're not going to be choosy. I'd like to get 15 cents. Don't get me wrong, but just give me a fill at this point, right? All right. Now we're going to come back down a little bit. Let's see if we can go ahead and grab that. Now, the reason we do this, the reason I love TDA is because you're going to see something really cool here in a minute. We are not going to have to put up any more collateral on this other trade. Where was I again? 60, right? Yeah. 52.60. That's where I was. 52.60. 52.55. Not 65. Okay. And that's on the put side. And that's for 10 cents. It says debit again. I'm doing it. Oh, okay. That's wild. Almost did it a third time, guys. Just gonna have to watch before I'm hitting that send button a little too quick. We just gotta watch, make sure it's doing it right, We might not be able to get this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and just put it in and we'll see what happens. All right, let me go ahead and put this on the screen because we got a lot of new people. If you do not know how to play, you are not playing today. Go watch the master class. All right, guys. So as far as managing these, you guys just gotta keep an eye on them consistently. Edit font. We're going up to 22. Yes. All right. Here we go. There we go. There we go. All right, letting everybody know they are not playing today. What are we looking at here for, we just need a little bit more of a red candle. We might have to come in one more. Let's see here. 65 is where I'm at? No, I'm not coming in anymore. That's already enough. I mean, we do have the moving average right here. 65, 65. 65 is already super close. Oh, and we're not at 65. We're at 60. Okay. I'd be willing to come in for that. Okay, so let's go ahead and just cancel that one. All right. Now let's talk about this vertical. Okay. Sell first. 52.60. Yeah, I usually change that first. That's what I wasn't doing. I almost always have sell on top. I just forgot to do it for you guys. That's why. All right. 65. Yeah, I'm okay with 65. Let's see if we can get something here. 55. Boom. All right. And it looks like we're at a nickel there. I mean, that's just the closest I could possibly get right there, guys. So we might not be able to get filled on this side, but I will say look at the review. Oh, no, it's doing it wrong again. Okay, so we're on the put side. So the closest one, I'm doing it right. This is crazy. Oh, because it would be 50. Okay, there we go. That's the part I was confused about. All right, so this is where we want 52.65. We just need it to come down a little bit, and we can get our 10 cents. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and just put that in to see if we can catch a fill, all right? So, guys, we're in on this trade, though. We do need to manage this. Always be ready to close, market close, just in case it starts going the wrong direction. If you do see the price all of a sudden start taking off your direction, go ahead and just get ready. Just get ready, you know what I mean? We're in for, I think, 10 cents. So as soon as we hit like -30, -40, whatever your tolerance is, that's where you'll be pulling the plug. Now at -30, -40, what does that mean? That means you lost $300 or $400, but they've already paid us $100 on the contract, and they're going to pay us another $100 on the other side when we finally get in, because ultimately we would have been in, you know? So you get $200 already in credit just to enter. So you lose, you know, $350, $400, you're only down a couple $100. You can easily make it back the next day. No problem at all. All right, guys, I don't love coming in a little bit closer, but we have this moving average right here. 52.70. Could we get a fill at 52.70? 52.70, 52.65. And we could. All right, I guess we'll take it. Now, guys, if we take a loss, not a big deal, because I do want to show you guys how that works, okay? Because we've already been paid $200 for these contracts, okay? So now we just got to manage them. And ultimately what we're looking for here, guys, we just want it to go sideways for the rest of the day, do the same choppy movement it's been doing all day. We do see some pretty big, you know, a big green candle here. If that continues and it pushes all the way up to our call contract at 53.10, 53.10 is where we are. So it would have to come all the way here and cross this line for us to lose, right? But we don't really have a lot of support and resistance lines. So if it breaks this line, guys, we're in trouble. And that's where, you know, these support and resistance lines will help you a lot. You know, if they hold, awesome. If they don't, you need to be ready to close, right? So right now it's headed towards our call contract, okay? And we just need to be ready to close it, just in case. Okay, so as of right now, it's already up 5 cents. You know, this movement is a little scary. However, it's the end of the day. So if, you know, there's not enough volume to push it through that previous high, you know, where it bounced over here, if there's not enough volume at the end of the day to push through that, then we're nice and safe, guys. You know, like I said, we're all the way over here. I'll go ahead and put us up here, 310, and I'll make it green. That's our money line right there. As long as we don't cross that line, we win, right? So 53.10, yeah, 53.10. So we're just hoping for some chop, guys. I'm gonna turn the music up just a little bit, and I'm just gonna hang out. I'm just gonna manage this. I'm gonna come back right at the very end, and we're gonna log it, and we're gonna call it dead. So we got how much time? 7 minutes till close, guys. 7 minutes till close. We just need it to stay nice and sideways, and we are winner, chicken dinner. Here we go. When I'm in this screen, I'm really just watching the bid. As soon as the bid hits like 25 cents, 30 cents, that's when I'm out. And when I market close, I get favorable closes all the time. So it usually doesn't screw me at all. Like, it's usually better than what I see. So. Do a little question and answer if anybody's got anything they want to talk about. Live chat in YouTube. Tradecaster. What's going on, Tradecaster? Hope you guys all made a lot of money today. So yeah, very important, you guys. You know, don't do what I did earlier with the false entries. Obviously, You know, I'm on a test account. You guys are, hopefully on test accounts for the first at least month that you do this, so you can get used to how it works. But you're always selling the leg closer. Oh, damn, music's probably drowning me out again. There we go. Yeah, you always want to be the leg closer. So you're selling. If you're on the call side, you're selling the leg closer. If you're on the put side, you're selling the leg closer. That's all it is. So the buy would be on the outside of either one. So it'll be up one on the call side or down one on the put side. That's really it. All right, so we won all of our money, but we don't have to close. As long as it keeps going sideways, both contracts will expire. We don't have to spend day trades on this, guys. You don't have to spend a day trade. This is the greatest thing about this. You don't have to spend day trades. You can do this every single day. 1 minute warning. All right, guys, that's it. That's it. We got a 1 minute warning. 1 minute warning, guys. 1 minute till the market closes. We got 1 minute till we got winner chicken. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed this, that the profit and loss for the day is actually 250 instead of 200, which means those silly little open and closes we did earlier actually made us 50 bucks somehow. But please don't make mistakes to try to make money. I don't think that's the way we should be playing the market. But I did make 50 bucks somehow. So yeah, you figure that out. I don't know, whatever. But I just thought that was funny. It says profit for the day 250, but obviously we only made 200 on this trade. So all right, guys, this is 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Here we go. Here we go. Whew. All right, so day 2 in the books. We are now 4-0 because the first day was was Iron Condor as well. So we got 4 wins, no losses. And yeah, we're gonna do all of our logging right now. Good job, guys. That's the bell. That's my alarm. That's the wrap. Good job, guys. Good job. So let's go ahead and log it. All right, 200 bucks. Remember, they are charging us about $20 in fees on both sides. So it's about 160 bucks profit for the day. Spreadsheets, vertical spreads. All right, so 160 is 320. That's going to be 53.20 that we're up to. This is going to be 4 wins, 0 losses. All right. And 80 bucks in fees that they've charged us. Okay, so I'm just going to, you know what? I'll just go ahead and do that then. 5,400. So this is how much we've won. This would be the fees. You would, take that, subtract that to get, where we're at right now. So we'll just do it that way. All right, guys. So it looks like we're up a little less. Let's see here. With 320, I would say that we're up about 6% in 2 trading days. Okay, so at this rate, we would be at 30% a week. We would be at 60% every 2 weeks. We would be, doubling our account every month. But obviously, not every day is going to be a win, and not every day is going to be an Iron Condor where we get to catch one on both sides. Some days we're going to have to just take that measly 2% and accept it. But guys, congratulations. I did want to put two. How many trading days? Here, trading days. Because I did want to keep, even though here we go. Date started. So, of course, we want to know when we started, but I'm still also curious how many trading days have gone by. So, because I said we're going to double our count in 40 trading days. So, we really want to focus on that because there's lots of days that we just can't trade. All right, guys. So, that's it. We went over shorts. We went over swings. We went over straddles. If you missed any of that, go back and check it out. The spread. Winner, chicken dinner. Got ourselves a nice little $200 at the end of the day. Beautiful. Everything worked out great. Even me screwing up and entering them wrongly somehow gave us more money. I don't want to even talk about that. That was dumb. But make sure you guys watch the masterclass so you don't make mistakes like I did. Because, even though I've been doing this for a year, you can see how easy it is to just not quite pay attention sometimes. You click the wrong button, you're going to lose money. You click the wrong button, you could lose a lot of money. So you guys want to know how to get in and out of these trades, and you want to test them. So that way you can get through some of these type of environments while it's still on paper and you're not, not wasting your money, by messing up. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I believe that's going to be the show for the day. Yeah, if you're enjoying the content, come check us out. We're going to do a straddle tomorrow, remember, live. And then we're going to do another spread tomorrow live. And then we're going to go ahead and just run the whole darn thing down again. So keep watching. Appreciate you guys. Subscribe if you want to get notifications for when I go live next time. And yeah, we'll see you.